So I can remember, so I got married at 19, and I dropped out of college to get married. And and it was a challenging relationship. I had children, 4 children, like one right after the other. And so I kind of lost myself. And I can remember a moment, and mind you, me and my ex-husband were friends, co-parents, fine. But at that time, I can remember when it happened. I had a young child, and I had to, I was a homemaker. I was a housewife. My husband at that time worked 2 jobs, and I spent the whole day writing poetry, like the entire day. And so I didn't get to cook dinner. I didn't get to, and I was excited about this poem that I had been working on. And I showed it to my husband, and he said, "That's great, honey, but I didn't marry a poet. I married a wife. Like I need." And so I put it away. I put it away, and then I started like pouring into like the parts of taking care of a family that I could be creative. And so that became the food, right? That became the food. And so I just started like teaching myself the craft of cooking, like from scratch, and just, this was before the Food Network. I'm in my 50s, so and I've read cookbooks like novels, and I just loved it. I also was very attracted to, I call it like woo woo, very attracted to spiritual things, just like perspectives. I didn't necessarily grow up in the church, even though my grandparents were mindful, but my mother was an astrologer. And so she kind of put that interest in me. So I first started dabbing in astrology, and then my ex-husband was a Muslim, but he was in the Nation of Islam. And I got kicked out of there, by the way. So I just like would be like I would hang out at Barnes and Nobles, and I was always in the New Age section, and it kind of just saved my life. Like I just had like all of this stuff. Like I would read about psychics, I would read about like ESP, excuse me. I would read about like the universal laws. I would just read like all of this stuff, and I didn't really have like not that many people I could talk to about it. And so that made me feel like an outsider. And when I did talk about it, I was kind of labeled impractical, like it wasn't realistic. um, but anyway, and because I had this deep need to be accepted, it was very painful. And just without not going into so much detail, but some of the things that I learned during that time was that look for the blessing, like in the lesson, right? Like look for the wisdom. Like there's something even that you're learning about yourself when you're in pain. And I remember I framed it in a poem: a broken heart is an open heart.